So it's a perfect day, Wednesday, Hump Day, where we're celebrating speed humps back in the city of Los Angeles. Today's about safety, the safety of your neighborhoods, the safety of your communities, of your homes, and of your children. As a parent, I know how important it is, and I've talked for 21 years with constituents who try to make sure that their streets are safe. And before we get into the details, I just want to thank some of the people who have made this possible. As I mentioned, Councilmember Heather Hutt, and it sounds great to say that here in the wonderful 10th District. Connie Llanos, who represents our extraordinary Department of Transportation, who takes the lead on what seems simple but is very complicated because of how complex our streets are and the needs for them, from emergency vehicles to drainage and other things. And all the hardworking staff from LADOT and our team that is doing it. Thank you to everybody who has made this possible. We're excited to announce that after 2.5 years of a pause during the pandemic, that LADOT's Speed Hump application program will be reopened on October 6th. The high demand of this program and the previous success shows that there still is an acute need for folks to slow traffic down on our streets. And now we're ready to maximize the impact of Speed Hump program to make all of our streets safer for all. Safety is really at the core of the goal of what we do when it comes to our livable streets, and it's central as well to our comprehensive mobility plans for Los Angeles. When we recently closed an entire street down in Griffith Park, you could just see the community blossom. When we look at all the bike lanes and the dedicated bus lanes we were able to do during the pandemic, it is an improvement in mobility. But we also know that speed humps are an effective method for slowing traffic on residential streets that shouldn't be cut-throughs. They should be streets for people, streets for residents, streets for our children. So we put the resources and the staff together to be ready to install speed humps and to improve miles and miles of neighborhood streets. But now we just have to hear from you, Angelinos. So thank you to the members of the press that are here today to help us get that word out. You and your neighbors can apply for speed humps on your block. Let LADOT know where these safety enhancements would be most effective and where they're most needed. And working together, we will work to add more speed humps in the right places to build stronger and more resilient communities in a more livable city. En español también, hoy estamos aquí para abordar el tema de la seguridad en nuestras comunidades, en nuestros vecindarios, sus calles y la de sus hijos, nuestros hijos. Como un padre, yo sé, este es muy importante, su área de la ciudad, su vecino, su calle, es crítico a la seguridad de sus hijos. Y quiero anunciar que después de casi 2 años y medio, el programa de LADOT de resaltos de tráfico abrirá de nuevo el 6 de octubre. Angelinos por todas partes de la ciudad podrán aplicar yendo a la página web del Departamento de Transportación de Los Ángeles. Y la alta demanda y el éxito previo de este programa muestran que existe una gran necesidad de este tipo de mejoras en nuestras calles. Hay nuevos miles de bus lanes y otros mejoramientos en todas partes de la ciudad para proveer más seguridad y una ciudad más saludable también. Y ahora estamos listos para incrementar el impacto de este programa creando calles más seguras en nuestras comunidades. And with that, short and sweet, let me hand it over to our great council member for the 10th District, Heather Hutt. Welcome.
Thank you.
You got it.
Thank you, Mayor Garcetti. I'm so excited to have you here, right here in the 10th District, to talk about reimagining our streets and our safe communities. Thank you, community member Manuel Castanedas, who is away on vacation, but he worked with our office to get these speed humps installed. And thank you, Connie Llanos, who helped make this possible before she was even appointed as interim GM. And to her colleagues, Mackenzie Ramis, who is always accessible to our community and answers questions about LADOT projects and programs. Thank you to the Los Angeles Department of Transportation and all the partners involved in making this event happen. And if you look behind me, you see the men that work for the department that are actually putting the speed hump in. I'm proud to be here with you all this morning to celebrate Hump Day, the Speed Hump application program. We understand and acknowledge the importance of residents who move into communities because they want a quiet, safe neighborhood, and they are not looking for their street to be a main thoroughfare or a drag race space. As we move towards building a better Los Angeles and a safer 10th district, it's our responsibility to reimagine, redefine, and reinvest in the future that we want to see. I'm grateful to be a part of this initiative, and I will work to enhance public safety and create safer communities for our youth and for our seniors. I just talked to a gentleman, Mr. Forte, who lives there. He said that he's been there 68 years, and it's just recently that he's seen folks using this street as a major thoroughfare, and he's happy to see this speed hump coming just doors away from his. Studies show that speed is the #1 factor in determining the severity of a collision. The faster someone drives, the more likely a crash will result in somebody being severely injured or killed. Specifically in CD10, the South LA neighborhood saw the greatest increase in fatalities as a result of speed and traffic violations during the pandemic. I myself got caught in, what do you call it thing? A what?
Street takeover?
A takeover. Right around the corner. I got out the car. I was like, you got to go home, kids. You can't do this. And it worked. But we have to use other calming measures. Yeah, they looked at the old lady and they're like, okay, mama. Specifically in CD10, that means people drive recklessly on neighborhood streets, and they're putting lives in our community at risk. Speed humps are an excellent deterrent to reckless driving, but it's important that we all drive responsibly, regardless of the condition of the street. It's our responsibility as public servants to make sure we work to ensure that our communities are protected. That's why our office has partnered with the Department of Transportation to provide over $100,000 in funds for additional traffic calming measures. Tackling these issues and more provide us with the opportunity to lay a foundation for growth, make an impact on the way people travel, and bridge and strengthen our community for a brighter future. I'm committed to creating environments, streets, and neighborhoods that are welcoming, safe, and equitable to all communities. Thank you. And let me introduce you to Connie.
Thank you so much, Councilmember Hutt. It does feel good to say that, by the way. And Mayor Garcetti, it is such a pleasure to be here today to be able to kick off what is one of our most beloved programs at LADOT, our Speed Hump program. As the mayor and council member have so eloquently talked about, speeds kill. That is what we know. And we also know that our streets are more than just the ways in which we get from point A to point B. In some cases, like the residents in this neighborhood, it's places where they want to gather, where they want to spend some time in the afternoon or in the morning taking a walk. It has to be in the morning or the afternoon in this sunshine. For some of us in the last couple years, it was a source of sanity to be able to spend some time in our neighborhoods, but we have to feel safe when we do that. And one of our most beloved tools in our toolkit to keep our streets safe and our communities more livable is our speed humps. So we're so ecstatic to be able to launch the program. But not only are we reopening the program after 2.5-year hiatus, it is bigger and better thanks to the support of the mayor and the city council. We will be able to have more resources to deliver more speed humps to communities across the city. So we're incredibly excited about that. So some details. The program will open on October 6th at 9 a.m. after a 2.5-year hiatus. So we are expecting a lot of applications. Residents will be able to apply visiting our website. That website is ladot.lacity.org/speed humps. Starting at 9 a.m. Just as a reminder, not all streets are actually designed to be able to support speed humps. We are targeting neighborhood streets. So this is one of the beauties of this program. It really is about making our neighborhoods safer and opening up to our residents. We expect demand to be high, so we encourage everyone to gather all of their materials and apply early. but don't submit more than one. One will be enough, and we will review those as quickly as we can. Last but definitely not least, I do want to personally thank the incredible team that is making this possible today. Our Speed Hump team. So starting off, we've got Leah and Peter, Eric, Maya, Tim Conger, and Carlos Rios, who maybe are, there's Carlos, and Tim is hiding from the shot. And then our incredible contractors, Axiom, who really go out of their way. They work with us for special requests that are urgent. Sometimes we do need to prioritize some of these speed humps to make sure that we're saving lives. I believe in this particular corridor, we were facing some really dangerous conditions, and so we wanted to move quickly. Once again, we appreciate the support of the mayor, the council member, the entire city council, and we are looking forward to all of your applications. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Connie and council member. Again, these are not for major arterial streets. This is for residential streets. So if there's a speed limit above 30 miles an hour, it's not eligible. But for any streets that are 30 miles an hour, or of course 25, that is there is availability. Thank you so much, and have a great day, everybody. Happy Hump Day.